I would say to other school leaders, reach for the stars. That's been a lesson learned because that's what we did during the pandemic, and it paid off because we have come through it, and our children will come out stronger and more resilient through the things that we've all had to face. The pandemic for me was relatively unexpected, and it was very, very frightening when it happened. It was a time of real uncertainty in schools. All we suddenly knew was that the gates were going to close on that Friday and the children would not be back on Monday. But very quickly I knew we had to jump into action, and we did. The staff certainly pulled together during this really difficult time, and we knew very quickly that we needed to support the staff because they were worried about the children, they were worried about their own families, they had concerns about the children who are vulnerable, children with particular needs, and of course all that's going to play on their minds, particularly during lockdown, so we needed to move quickly. We also implemented flexible working for particular individuals who've got children of their own or family commitments during this really difficult time, and I think staff really appreciated that. And more recently, with lessons learned, we've actually brought into a counselling scheme for all staff, so at any time and confidentially they can access support if they need it. And for next year we're actually looking at adding wellbeing days into our calendar so that we can actually focus very much on staff wellbeing on a regular basis, not just when there's something that we've got to worry about. We want to move away from the concept of homework, and we want to now look at a continuous learning programme where children are given learning opportunities and they can access those opportunities whether they're in the school building or whether they're at home. We have introduced before and after school clubs through remote technology. So we currently have a Keep Fit club going, which runs before school, which has helped some of our more vulnerable children again. We also have catch-up clubs, which we've been running after school since the children have returned. That's been really successful. Children go home, they have a piece of toast, they relax a little, then they access their catch-up. Teachers can deliver that from school or from home if they feel more comfortable, and it's given us flexibility to give them the catch-up that they need to move forward. I think it's been a great experience for the children because children are learning how to learn. So our children can continue their learning out of hours. There's lots of guides and tips on the SharePoint area. They can go back to the actual lesson and look at the expectations that were delivered during the class that day. So less able children can revisit, more able children can actually move on more rapidly because they can move to the next stage of their learning, and children who are managing during lessons can consolidate their learning. So I think we've actually hit all levels of ability by offering the continuous learning option. So I'm now Executive Leader working across Elston Hall Learning Trust, which is a successful and growing trust based in Wolverhampton. I am very excited because I'm going to be working with head teachers across the schools in order to look at what has worked successfully and to roll that out across more schools. I would say that as an executive leader, you can influence more head teachers. By influencing more head teachers, you are automatically influencing more teachers. By influencing more teachers, you are automatically influencing more children. And for me, if I can make a bigger difference to more children, then I'm doing what I always wanted to do.